Good morning. I am way too tired to be making this intro right now, but I have 8 words for you. Orientation vlog at the University of South Florida. Also a orange juice. Thank you. You're welcome. So I just made it to the campus and it's currently 6:29 to be exact, and I'm really freaking tired. I have 30 minutes left to kill. Because the orientation starts at 7, and I already ate my Dunkin', got some orange juice left over. I was told there was going to be a lot of traffic by like everyone because it's a weekday morning, it's Thursday morning, and it's Tampa. There was absolutely no fucking traffic, and I'm so upset because I'm so tired and I woke up like 30 minutes earlier. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just really tired and I have no clue what's going to happen. Like, I have a schedule of what exactly is happening. I guess I can pull that up. So they sent me a whole entire schedule. It starts at 7 o'clock and it ends at 4 o'clock, but I feel like it's not actually going to take until 4 o'clock. Well, actually 4:30. I feel like it's not actually going to take that long. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how much I'm going to film. I'm going to try to get something. I'm sorry if I don't, but yeah. I know one thing though. I'm gonna take a nap. It's still so fucking cold. So it's currently 10:30 and everyone is in like a meeting. Like, there's 2 different like rotations, that's what they're calling it, and I wasn't signed up for one for the first rotation, only the second one, so I'm just big chilling on my purse trying not to fall asleep because I am so tired. I got out of work so late and I had to wake up so early. I'm not having a good time. So other than just sitting and chilling, we did a typical campus tour and we watched a bunch of videos, presentations, whatever, about like safety and parking and housing and dining, like things like that. So nothing really interesting. I'm like trying not to fall asleep while watching them. So I finally made it back to my car. It is 3:51. I am so tired. I only got like 4 hours of sleep. I was passing out throughout like every single thing that they were talking about. I was just closing my eyes for a very extended period of time. But I finally finished. I'm finally going home. I was gonna go to the beach just to watch the sunset, but it's an hour-and-a-half drive because there's a lot of traffic. So I'm not going through the pain of driving through that and then driving back and making my drive home 3 hours instead of an hour-and-a-half. I'm not doing it. But I'll talk a little bit more about how my day went in a second when I get home, because I just really want to go home now. So it's currently the end of the video, but I didn't get to film my traditional intro at the beginning of this video, and my friends really like whenever I say my intro, so this is for you guys. Hey, what's up, hello, my name is Alexis. Welcome to today's video, or today's segment of the video, where I'm going to be talking about my recap of my orientation, which actually happened, I don't know, I think 3 days ago at this point. Your girl was very tired and really didn't want to talk about it because there was a lot of information and a lot of understanding that I'm gonna go in debt for this school. So basically, I had orientation, as you just watched, on Thursday, and today is Sunday. So like I said, it's been a few days because when I got home, like I was saying it so much, I'm editing the video right now, I was saying it so much that I was so tired, and when I got home, I literally felt like death. Even the next day on that was Thursday, I felt horrible when I got home. On Friday, I went to work at 7 in the morning. I felt horrible all day long. And then yesterday, Saturday, I finally started to feel like myself. And today, Sunday, I'm ready to talk about it. So as I'm going over the recap of my orientation day, I'm going to be looking at my phone because I have the schedule on here. And I just want to make sure I get everything in a correct, timely, timeline, cohesive, linear timeline words. I just wanted to make sure like I went in order of what exactly happened. So let's start from the beginning, which you guys saw. I was tired in my car. But after that, I went into check-in, which was from 7 a.m. to 7:45 a.m. And really all I did was I took a nap, and I went in like around 7:15ish, and I walked in, I signed in, I got this backpack, and it had like all my information, like what degree, or like what major, who's my orientation leader, and my school ID number and stuff like that. So I got that, and then we went upstairs to this big like conference room area kind of thing. I'm probably really bad. I probably should have taken a video of that, but there was a lot of people and it was kind of weird. So I got put into my orientation group people, and it was very cozy, I guess I can say, because the chairs were literally right next to each other. They were like packed. We were just packed in together. And I got there, and honestly, none of us talked to each other. Like, we were just sitting around, like, just kind of ignoring each other. There was only like, I think 3 or 4 other students at that time, along with like some of their parents, and we were just kind of quiet the whole entire time. And it was weird. Like, I really wanted to say something, but like my anxiety was going through the roof because everyone else around us was talking to each other, and like the table that was behind us, the group that was behind us, they were like talking, getting to know each other. I mean, I got to know more about the guy that was behind me in another group than I knew about anyone in my group. So they were also like serving breakfast, but obviously I ate Dunkin', so I didn't eat any of the breakfast, but it looked really good. And in that lunch later on, So once like it reached like 8 o'clock, a little bit after 8 o'clock, they had like this whole video showing off all the orientation leaders. It was pretty nice. It was very cool. It was very cinematic. I really enjoyed the video just from the edits, and it was like the film kind of person in me, the editing person in me, like going crazy over this video because it was really well edited. And after that, we met with our orientation leader. His name was Randy. He was super cool, super fun guy, super chill. and we went outside where it was freezing cold to Floridians, I should say. It was really cold outside, and we were just talking, like standing in a circle, talking a little bit amongst ourselves, like doing like an attendance kind of thing and a roll, like it was an attendance kind of thing, and then we're getting to know each other, like we were saying what degree or what major, and then where we're from, and then something interesting about us. And so we went around saying that. And the funny thing about that was that I said, like, he called my name and I said, "Hi, my name's Alexis. I'm going for marketing. I live in Leesburg, Florida, and I enjoy filming and editing videos." That's literally what I said. And then like two people after me, it was the last kid, I think. I forgot his name. I think his name was like Lucas. But he did his spiel. He's like, I think he said he was from doing psychology, and that he's also from Leesburg, Florida. And he looked at me like this, like he looked over at me, and I looked over at him. I was like, "Hold up, didn't we share a class together?" And we were like, and he was like, "Oh my god, we did." And so it was very weird. Like, we shared this class together, but it was really nice that I actually had someone that like came from the same state college that I went to, and we were just talking a lot, catching up and stuff. So it was just really cool having that person there, like really calm my nerves a little bit. So after the little meeting, we did our campus tour, and it wasn't a full campus tour. So we only saw like very little of the campus. Actually, we just saw like one side of it, but I guess it was just the important parts, like the library and like the bigger buildings that have the most classes that you probably use. So then after the campus tour, we went back to that ballroom conference room area thing, and we just watched a bunch of different presentations about like housing and parking and dining and safety, and then like some regular things that they have to get out there. So it was decent. And then after that was these resource rotations, and we were supposed to sign up for those online. Whenever you're signing up for orientation, you're like supposed to sign up for 2 different rotations, and I chose the one which I'll talk about, but then the other one, it costs more money, and the orientation was already $80, so I was not gonna pay for more. I couldn't bring myself to paying more than $80 for a freaking orientation to a school I'm gonna pay thousands for. So for that first rotation, I just took a nap, when that was like not really a nap. I was just chilling by this big window, and I recorded that. And then after that I went to the second rotation, and that was like called the student success thing, and it was just talking about all the resources that the library has to offer, and like tutoring, math tutoring, specific tutoring, the different things you can use in the library, like printing and help. So stuff like that. And it was cool just learning about all those things, and it really made me feel a lot better about going to school and having an actual full-time load, because I've been going half-time at the state college, and it made me feel really confident that I will be able to get help, that my money is not going to waste, that there are people willing to invest time in me. So that made me feel really good until later on. So after that, we went back into that ballroom conference area kind of thing, and we had lunch, where I had the best grilled chicken of my freaking life. Oh my god. I don't know what it was. It was just so good. And when we were eating, our orientation leader was just telling us, like asking us questions, and we're asking and whatever. And we're just talking amongst ourselves. After the lunch period ended, we watched a few more presentations on like closing out and taking a survey, and how to register for classes, and how to get the parking permits, and just an overall recap of like everything that we learned that day. So after they were finished with that, we actually we separated from our groups, and we went into the different colleges. So like I went with the people with the College of Business. We separated into our different colleges in order to go register for classes with our advisors. So I went with the College of Business, and we walked all the way across campus. I did not realize that the dorm I chose is across campus from the College of Business. It's not that big of a deal, but as I was walking there, I was just like, wow, this is a long walk. But when we got in there, we had another presentation with one of the main people from the College of Business, not the dean, but she was somewhere up there. And she was just telling us all the things that the College of Business does and all the different majors that they have, like marketing and advertising and other things. That's the only ones I can remember off the top of my head. And it actually got me thinking, like, do I want to do marketing entrepreneur with a concentration of entrepreneurship, or do I want to just do marketing in general, or do I want to do marketing with a concentration in sports management? Yeah, that got me thinking. So then after that, we then again separated into smaller groups. So I went with like everyone in marketing, and then everyone in like accounting and advertising went into their own groups to see their different advisors. And we went with the advisors to a different room. It was like a classroom, and there we were signing up, not really signing up, but because we were all transfer students. I forgot to say that this whole entire orientation was for transfer students only. So I don't know if that makes a difference. It probably really does, because they really emphasized the part that we were transfer students. But when we were in there, he gave the advisor gave us a paper to write down which classes that we already took in our previous institution, so those courses could probably transfer over. And so I filled that out. I only had like 4 classes, and you need like 8 classes in order to be considered in marketing, because right now I'm labeled as pre-marketing. I don't know. And then after that, we actually started to register for our classes, and I was really upset at myself because the advisor emailed us saying that we should bring our laptops so we can register for classes. And I did bring my laptop, but I left it in the car because I didn't want to carry around my backpack the whole entire freaking day. And I figured like, oh, maybe I'll get some time to go run to get my laptop, because it was like the parking lot across the street. No, I didn't get to, so I had to do that on my phone. But I didn't actually register for classes on my phone. Like, I looked at the classes and everything, like the schedule planner, but I didn't want to actually like register right then and there, because I wanted to look on Rate My Professor and see the teachers that I was getting. Also, you should really do that. You really need to look at Rate My Professors, because this class schedule that I had originally, I thought it was perfect. You know, like the great time periods. There's like a little bit of breaks in between and everything, but I saved it and everything. But then I looked at Rate My Professor for one of the classes. Let me tell you, he had a 1. Like, that is like the lowest you can get, a 1. So I actually ended up having to change my schedule around when I got home, but that's a whole other story. But basically, as I was there at orientation and sitting there listening to all the things that he was telling us, like all the classes that we need, all the classes that we shouldn't take at the same time in the same semester, and like with the workload and everything, he was just telling us all this information. And I was sitting there freaking the out because there was a lot of work, and I never really thought of it like that, honestly. Like, I'll go more into it. I thought that transferring meant that like I would be good on several classes. Like, I didn't have to take all the core classes, and I took it at a small college, which was a lot cheaper, which that's what happened. But then I didn't realize that if I took all my core classes, all the classes that just needed to get out of the way at a state college, and then transferring over to a university to get your bachelor's, that now you can't intertwine, you can't like, what is it? Combine. You can't combine the hard classes with the easy classes, because you already took all the easy classes. So now all you have is just the hard classes. And boy, let me tell you, that is stressing me out. All the classes that I have left to take is business and business calculus and business statistics, and I'm not good at math, and that's all literally I have to take. I just have to take straight business marketing classes, and that honestly is stressing me out so much. I really need it. I'm really emphasizing it, but it is stressing me out. But at least I took a cheaper route. That's what I keep going in my head. I'm like, I took the cheaper route. I did all the classes. You know, I have all this time. I have all these resources that they just finished telling me all about, that's going to help me get through these hard ass business classes. So yeah, that really emotionally drained me and physically drained me as well. So in conclusion, that's basically how my orientation day went at the University of South Florida. And I am also a transfer student because apparently that is important in this because they made it seem important. I don't know. I've been talking for 20 minutes and I am losing track of what I've already said. But that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like. Let me know down in the comments what you're majoring in and if you're scared to go to school. And also subscribe if you're new.